Hello, this video is to show you how to sign in with your Sophia High School Google Classroom for the very first time. So the first thing you're going to need to do is sign in to Google using your new Sophia High email and password that will be sent to you. When you go to Google, in the top right-hand corner, you will see the options to either sign in or add another account. You can see on my computer, I have 2 accounts signed in. Once you sign in, it will give you the options for your account. So this is important to make sure that you are signed into your Sophia account. We're using a test student for this video. The next thing you're going to need to do is go to the apps. Now I call this the waffle, okay? So in the waffle, you can choose Gmail or Classroom. There's all sorts of Google apps. It's really important that you know how to access Classroom and Gmail because you may use those quite frequently. If for the first time you log in and Google Classroom is not here, it's important that you scroll all the way to the bottom to find it or click on even more at the bottom to find Google Classroom. You can also do a quick Google search to find the link to Google Classroom. Now, your teacher may have emailed you a link to join the class. If they've done that, check your email and you'll be able to see all the different classes. Now, as a student, let's have a look at some of the classes you may join. The first classroom here you can see is called My Sophia Classroom, or there's Sophia High with Miss Jennifer and a sample class. Now these classrooms I've already joined. So once you do join a class, you'll see them all pop up. A teacher may also give you a class join code. If they do, when you go to Google Classroom, there's a little plus sign in the top right-hand corner. This is where you can enter the class code, and that will help you to join their class. Let's have a look at a sample class and look around how they work. When you click on a classroom, you will be entered into the stream. The stream is a place where you can see announcements or posting of work. You will also see your to-do list, which is here on the left-hand side. Upcoming, well, it says I have no work due soon. Well, let's have a look at what else it tells me. If there is work with no due date, it will be in here, and work with due dates will be in here. So this week, next week, or later. This is a great place to help you with your time management. You can also see missing work and done work, so work that has been submitted or turned in. Now let's go back to our class and have a look at the classwork tab. In here, lots of things you can see. These are mainly your assignments and they're usually sorted in topics. For example, on the left-hand side, you can see this class has a topic called English. In English, I can see there's a few assignments. Let's have a look at one of the assignments, and I can tell it's an assignment because it has a little clipboard. So it's called All About You. Now, when you click on an assignment, it's very important that you read the instructions very carefully, as well as view assignment. If you click view assignment, this is going to give you all the information. It's going to open up the entire assignment. So I can see my teacher's written very detailed instructions as well as attached a PowerPoint that it looks like they want me to read. So this is important to do all of those things that your teacher has asked you to do. Now, if you have a question about this assignment, on the right-hand side, there's an area called Private Comments. If you're wondering about something or you're unsure, it's important to ask the question here. And this is a great tool for when you're working in your independent time and your teacher isn't in a live lesson with you. So when you put it into private comment, that goes right to your teacher. In the top section here, you can see it says your work. It says currently that it is assigned, okay? There is an attachment here already, and it says add or create and turn in. Well, I'm thinking this test student up here, All About Me, this Google Doc, is where the teacher wants us to write our work. Now, this may be different for your assignment, so it's important to read carefully what your teacher wants you to do. But this is already showing there's an attachment there. Next, if I'm like, oh, I want to add a picture, or my teacher's asked me to add a link, before you turn in, it's important that all of your work is in this. Okay, so I want to maybe add a website link, or maybe I have a photo on my computer or a file on my computer I want to upload. This is where you do that, okay? Now, once you know that you've done your assignment, it's completed, this is where you will click Turn In. And don't forget, when you click Turn In, and you think, oops, I forgot to add this, you can always unsubmit afterwards. Just remember to turn it back in. Now let's go back to the class work tab. You can also see up here at the top, we've got a Google Calendar, very helpful for time management. It links to your own Google Calendar that comes with your Google account, so you can see your work and what is due coming up. Also important to know about is up here it says view your work. This takes you to any of your all assigned, returned, or missing work. Important here is the returned section. This is when your teacher has sent something back to you and made comments. So they may say, oh, I've sent you back your geography, go have a look at it, and then they may ask you to turn it in again or to comment back from feedback they've given you. Very important to know about this returned section. So the sample class will go back to classwork, and to get there again, up at the top it says view your work. Now, one thing about the Google Classroom stream is when you're in a classroom, you may also see a link. Now, this classroom doesn't have it, so let's go back and look at Miss Jennifer's classroom. In her classroom, you can see she has set up a Meet link. This is a link right here in the stream that you can use to join the Google Meets. These are for how you join your live lessons. Very important for you to know that this Meet link is the one that you want to click on every time you join a live lesson. Okay, so this is all part of your Google Classroom, getting used to it and practice using it. If there are any other questions, don't forget to ask your teachers, and good luck and welcome to Sophia High.